This is the way we fix our fettuccine alfredo. The first thing we do is put on a pan of water to cook the fettuccine. To start the sauce, we've diced up about a half of a medium onion and 6 shrimp. Our water is starting to boil. We're going to put in our fettuccine and cook it for about 12 minutes. And in the meantime, we're heating up a skillet with about 2 to 3 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. We put on the fettuccine and we're going to cook it for 12 minutes. And we started the onions, and we're going to saute them till they're a nice brown color. With the fettuccine well underway to being cooked and the onions browning, we're going to add the shrimp. Put that in it, and we reduce the heat from high where we cook the onions, brown the onion, and we're getting ready to just let that cook for about 2 or 3 minutes on approximately a 7 heat on our electric stove. So that's about a medium high. Now it is time to add just a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and some garlic powder. Next, we'll just about get this sauteed, and we're going to add 2 cups, a cup and a half of milk. And we have 2 cups of milk. We're going to add a cup and a half and reserve half cup, put a thickener in. Just let that cook for a moment. And we're going to start letting our sauce thicken up as our fettuccine continues to cook. If you don't stir that fettuccine, it'll stick to the bottom. So once in a while you have to stir it as you make the sauce. We can add a heaping tablespoon full of cornstarch as a thickener into the remaining milk, and we'll pour this into the sauce, and it will thicken up the sauce. As our sauce continues to cook, we have turned down the heat even further to low, and we're getting ready to add the rest of the milk with the cornstarch in it. This should thicken our sauce and get it ready for butter, sour cream, and the final ingredient, which is Parmesan cheese. We let the sauce simmer after we've added the milk with the cornstarch, and if the sauce gets too thick, we have a remedy. We can add some pasta water just to make it the right consistency. And as we do that, we can add some butter. Just about 2 tablespoons of good old butter. And at this point, we don't want the sauce to overcook, so we're going to turn it down even further. And once you put the butter in and sour cream, I'm not going to put in sour cream because I am out of it, but you could put in a couple of tablespoons of sour cream and then add your cheese, but you certainly don't want to add the butter, sour cream, and cheese and let the sauce continue to cook, because if you do, the sauce could crack. Now we're going to drain our fettuccine and finish the sauce and pour it on. A real neat instrument for draining the pasta is a strainer. Just handle that up. Let the little strainer catch all of the water. And pretty neat, handy little gadget to help you in the kitchen. Put it back on the stove and turn off the heat. Our sauce is thickening and looking pretty good. Now the sauce may look a little thin at this point, but when you add the Parmesan cheese, it's going to thicken up. And you want the Parmesan cheese in and reduce the heat again if we turn it up to maybe help thicken the sauce. But that is starting to look just about thick enough. And one last little scoopy taste test before we combine it with the fettuccine. But that looks like it is just about right. Let that warm through. Take a little test. You may need just a tad of salt, which can be added at the table. And we take the sauce and add it to the fettuccine. Now our fettuccine Alfredo is ready to plate and serve. And here we've plated up the fettuccine Alfredo. We'll add just a little bit of extra Parmesan cheese, and we're ready to enjoy another one of Chef Sam's great creations. Enjoy.